Thanks for staying with us. We have with us an actor, model, television host who first gained public recognition in 2013, even though he has been in the industry some years before. And since then, he has featured in several movies and TV shows and has gone ahead to win numerous awards and recently produced his first ever movie titled, Real Love. And we will be talking to him about it and more. Welcome with us, the very dashing, very charming, the one and only ladies man, Timini Egbuson.
Thank you so much for having me. I watched this show. You guys look so beautiful on screen.
Oh,
and looking at you now, you even look more beautiful in person.
Oh, thank you. I'm blushing. I'm blushing.
You know how to use those words, right?
Yes, but you will not catch us.
We have your antidote.
I also catch one person here.
So Timini will be gisting with us today before we get into what he has come to tell us today. Okay? So we found a story on social media and we thought it was worth talking about with him. Somebody says, I feel sorry for women nowadays. Most women aren't loved passionately or treated right. They're expected to do everything, yet they receive very little in return. Now I understand why so many are single by choice and difficult to approach. What are your thoughts on this? So Timini, I'm coming to you first.
Hey.
Do you think women are loved properly in these our days?
I feel like women are loved, but they're not loved as much as they should be or as well as they should be. And as when I'm looking at what this person said, I feel like the main solution is just for women and everybody in general to just find love alone or learn how to find love being by themselves, so that way you're not desperate enough to be looking for whoever is going to come and you're not finding yourself settling for things that you're not supposed to settle for. You know, if you love yourself, you found happiness and you're content with just being by yourself, then when you find the right person, it won't seem like you don't have options. You'll be able to really see if that's the person for you.
What if you jam a Yoruba demon? After staying by yourself, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, then you jam Yoruba demon?
I feel like if you love yourself...
Yoruba? Any demon. Because this one not be... This one
I'm an angel. I'm an angel. But I also feel like it still boils down to loving yourself well enough. You know, if you love yourself well enough, you will, you know, be able to run away from the first sign of red flags that you see. But when you're, you know, tired of being lonely, you
become a bit desperate.
Yeah, exactly. When somebody now comes, when the flag is looking red, you now start saying, no, it's a bit orange, you know,
Amber.
It's not that red, you know. So I feel like that's where the problem is.
Isn't life just funny? You know, women find themselves, love themselves, and then fast forward, I've seen videos now, there's this reel I follow, and the woman is always saying, you know, I have this, she'll post all the house and everything and says, just to have a companion.
Wow.
So this, if we love yourself,
it's not only women that go through, that suffer loneliness and stuff. Now, men too, you know, sometimes we have it all.
I know, because this person is saying women should love themselves. You say we should love yourself.
This is a new phenomenon for me. Please explain to me how a Nigerian young man of your age group, an actor, a celebrity, is going through loneliness.
I'll tell you something for a fact, right? This thing that you compare about with women doesn't only happen to women. It happens to men, human beings in general. Maybe the women more. But for me, I'll tell you for a fact that, you know, sometimes it does get lonely because you get everything. And obviously, you've understood the power of, you know, the energy that's surrounding your space. So you're not just going to let any and anybody in.
Come in.
You know, I'm personally tired of temporary connections where you meet someone and then eventually after 3 months, after getting to know his favorite color, favorite size, the person has gone again, you know. So it gets tiring. So at that point in time when you're in your space... Not to
put you on the spot, but why are they going after like 3 months?
Because, you know, I feel like I feel like we're in a woke generation now where there's
everybody
so much... Yeah, exactly. Everybody now dangbana, you know. So I feel like there's a lot of misinformation going on TikTok on how a perfect relationship should be and how this should be. You know, you go on TikTok, maybe your man is treating you right, then you see one thing, 7 signs that he's not...
Exactly. You don't see... I was going to say that, which perfect situation must we have before you can love a person? How perfect can a person be? Must a person be?
Don't just be wicked, you know. Just be a wicked human being.
Exactly.
You know?
But look, like I also think that the reason why women are not being loved, you know, the way they should, because I think there's just so many options right now out there, and women back in the day. Women used to wait for a man to approach them and then do the chasing and everything. But now, the narrative has changed, where you see women now approaching men and stuff. Shooting their shots and stuff. And I know we're trying to build confident women and stuff, but you know, do you think that that's the issue, where a man is getting so much attention from women, he feels distracted, and there's just so many variety that you're not willing to like sit down and work on your relationship because you feel like, you're giving me headache, I want peace. This other person can give me peace.
Have you seen my DMs?
Available, yes.
Well, yes, that's a very valid point. There are definitely a lot of options. You know, there are a lot of women, you know, now have to maybe do extra things or go away from their comfort zones to maybe be noticed and stuff. But I'll still say, and I know it's crazy for me to say this because I'm the only man in the midst of 4 powerful women. Okay. But it's also the same thing like with the men. You know, there's so much, like women also, there's so many men that have, this one has money, this one has this one has that. So it's also hard for guys in general. So I guess it's just to pray to God and just find your...
How full is your DM?
My DM is full. My DM is full.
Well, I'm not come to him.
My DM is full of people
We're still on the topic.
But you know, just as he's talking, I can't relate. No, the personality I see. No, from elevator baby, I thought this guy must be a very pampered sports brat.
Okay.
That's
so that personality is clashing in my head as he's talking now. And I've seen some other movies where he's just breaking their hearts. I don't want to.
I'm not like that.
Be calming down. I see Timini as someone who will say to a girl, I bet get hurt. Nah. There are plenty for outside.
No.
The 3 months, no.
I'm just saying. That 3 months, because I'm worried about
it. Let me tell you what I think he does for them. He breaks up with them with kindness. You show them love. They don't know that they have been broken up with. They will be saying, but he's such a nice guy. He's just really so busy.
Maybe I even cry. By the time they have, when I'm breaking up, I even cry.
You know, you're not the problem. I think I'm the problem.
I think I'm the problem. And then you now start calling him. He'll tell you, but you're not busy. I'm a busy person. I'm on different projects.
Can we calm down? We're not entering interview. Let's talk about the topic. So I like the first thing you said, which is people need to learn how to love themselves. And I've always been a proponent of that, because there was a lady I was listening to recently who says that if you love a man, whoever you love is who the man will love. So if you love a man will love himself. If you love yourself, a man will love you. And I've always believed in that, because what I see is when you have a healthy sort of love for yourself, you attract people who will meet you at that level, and they will love you at that level. It goes over a lot of people's heads because they don't just understand how I'll love myself in such a way that I attract only people who will love me. But that's the reality of it, because relationships, everything is energy. The energy of love that you give to yourself is what would attract. So the people who cannot love you, when they come close, they cannot stay in that relationship. Maybe that 3 months is even too long for them, for everybody to find their level. But when they meet you at the point that you are, that's where they take you from. And men, unfortunately, don't change as far as I'm concerned. They are the same yesterday, today, and forever. We are the ones that are complicated. We are the ones that are constantly evolving and changing every day. Today, this week, our period is coming. We have changed to another personality. A relation is coming. We have changed to another personality. But a man is constant. So if a man gets into a relationship without loving you, and you are doing everything to get that love, you will never find that love. Their eyes are single to where they are going to. But if a man loves you and gets into the relationship, you find that he will do whatever. He will put that commitment in because he loves you. But unfortunately, we don't get men that love us because we're in a hurry to show that we are good, we are perfect, we can love, we are compassionate, we are wife material 1,000 yards. So we're in a hurry and we don't allow the man to love or even vet if the man has actually loved you before he gets into that relationship. Please, how can we help women further? We're in relationships here, and I don't know if you have an experience
sorry to cut you short, because I want to add to her question so that he can, because it's just in line that, you know, I think women get complacent very easily in the sense that a man is chasing you, you do your shakara, then when he has gotten you, you just now let yourself be, just now for yakata, and then forgetting that a man is a hunter. He needs to continue to hunt. So at every point, that is your duty as a woman to keep him on his toes and keep him. You need to keep making Timini's day, my girl.
I wish I brought my notes.
So in line with what she asked, do you also think that men get bored when they feel like I've got to this person, and then she now wakes up, she doesn't even bother about herself, self-care, grooming when she's around you, or is it it important for the woman to keep you on your toes and keep you wanting and chasing?
He was. He don't go lecture. It's like he was in class. So
I know you said something about everybody being in a relationship. I was waiting to hear what they wanted to say.
I wanted to say to what BC said, that, finding love in yourself. And I think that we've just, broadened, put one particular standard for everybody and every age and every. I believe life is in phases.
Okay.
I'm not the woman I was when I married at 26. So no, I'm far from that person.
Okay.
Completely. So I would do things now that I would not appreciate that, I did something different when I was that age. And that's how it is. You might not have found yourself, but you're constantly supposed to be on that search. Evolving.
But loving yourself is different from finding yourself.
You might not love yourself at a particular point. But you might be at another phase in life where you now love yourself.
Yeah, so if you don't love that's the point now. If you don't love yourself at the point, hold on now. If you don't love yourself at the point you attract
that
the man.
find the man.
You attract them. You're attracting someone who's coming to a place where you don't love yourself. That's the point. So I'm not saying find all of yourself.
I'm saying he might still love you through. So you can ride on his shoulder.
You can't rely on that love.
No. See, in a relationship, two people can't just be at an equal place. At a point in my own marriage, I will shoulder my partner. My partner shouldered me at some point. Through, I remember when I had my first daughter, they shouldered me way.
Okay.
I don't know anything.
But that's different.
So I did it.
Okay.
But that's different from loving yourself. Let's not mix it up. Let's take it.
I just want women at home to be able to apply it.
I just want to say that I am sitting here today and I'm sitting here representing all the young girls in Nigeria that have many questions for men like you. So, you see this find yourself, love yourself. I sort of referred to you earlier, and then you meet a, Nigerian person. What is it, because I hear this from a lot of young girls, what is it with Nigerian men that come onto you and show you all kinds of love? They are constantly in your DMs, you're playing hard to get, because you're not even sure, this person, what does he even want? You do all the right things, like vetting the person, making sure, and then the person proves to you in words, in deeds, in all sorts of fantastic gestures, and then you get with this person, and in 3 months, he's moving on to the next prey. What is happening? What is it that our girls are not doing to keep the man? Or is it that men are just not ready? Or what are the signs that a girl should also look for to make sure that this is not just a man just, having fun and not a serious
So let Timini process the question. When we come back, he will respond to Miriam. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.